everyone a little bit more time here to get signed on. Here comes Diane. She's logging in. Hi, Diane. All right, girls, we're going to start in about 2 minutes. My name is Coach Anna with Kaya Fit Laguna and Kaya Fit Elk Grove. We're going to do 60 minutes of barre this morning. So for this workout, you will need a loop band, a light set of weights, and a ball is optional if you want to use it for lower back support behind your lower back when we do ab work. If you don't have a ball, you can use a rolled up towel as a substitute for that ball, but loop band of any kind will work. We're gonna start in just a moment with our warm up. So give yourself lots of space. Make sure you have some water close by. Much cooler in my living room than it was in the gym last night. Very hot, but we still did it. I had some troopers with me for the 4:30 class. This workout's been tested and approved by that group, so we're gonna do it together this morning. All righty. Go ahead and start your fitness tracker. Watch if you use one. We're gonna go ahead and begin. So come to the center of your mat, and we're gonna stand up nice and straight and tall, stack your palms, and we'll just start by marching in place. So just marching to get the blood flowing. Draw the knees up towards your chest. Lift the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And go ahead and send the arms up high. Slide the shoulder blades down your back. So you're opening up through your chest. Take a big, beautiful deep breath in. And then let's add that pull down. You're gonna draw your elbows down towards your hip points, squeezing your shoulder blades. Good. And now we're gonna go ahead and add in that torso twist. Take it up and over, twisting elbow to opposite knee. Twisting through that waistline. All right, let's take it back to the center. Final 8 counts here. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to the back end of your mat. We're gonna walk out in a tabletop. Come into a high plank. Hold for a beat. And then walk it back up to your forward fold. And back out to plank. Just walking back and forth in that inchworm. Back to the top. Out to plank. Press the hips forward as you come down. Last time up to forward fold. And back out to your plank. Hold in high plank. You can be on your toes or drop to your knees. We're gonna float the outside knee out towards the outside of the elbow and switch. So one side floats out. You can also be up on the toes for more challenge. 3 options here. You can do tabletop, low plank, or high plank. Good, let's do it one more time on each side. Last one, we're gonna come through center. Take it onto one side in a side plank. The bottom knee can be bent or extended. We're gonna open up to a T. Reach the fingertips up, and then exhale. Gaze follows the fingertips underneath the armpit, and then back up to open. Exhale, reach under. You're rotating through your upper torso here. Reach it up. And exhale, reach under. Let's get that 2 more times on this side. Big reach. Exhale, thread under. Last time on this side, reach it up. And then exhale, come back down through center. We're gonna switch over to that other side. So come onto side plank on the opposite side. Big reach up. Exhale, thread underneath. Inhale, take in lots of love in. Exhale, lots of love out. Again, big reach. Opening through that chest. Exhale, reach under. Let's do that 2 more times. Tighten up through the core. Lift your abs away from the mat. Good. Last time. Back through center. Let's come to center plank. We're going to drop down to our forearms. If you're up on your toes, you're going to drop the knees to the mat, alternating sides, pedaling through the feet. If you're on your knees, you're going to lift, alternating knees off the mat. So 2 options here. Just pedaling through the feet. Straighten and bend each knee. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to your regular plank. Just tip to center. Like a plank crunch, we're tipping that tailbone under towards the front of the mat. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold in plank. Static hold. Round through your upper back. Press your upper back towards the ceiling. Pull your belly button in tight. Squeeze your glutes. Hold, hold, hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down to the knees. Press yourself up to a tabletop. Let's do a cat-cow stretch to get some spinal flexion. Inhale, drop the belly, big abdominal stretch. And exhale, round up through the spine. Again, inhale, dropping that belly. Find a little bit more opening each time. And then exhale, round it up. Open up between the shoulder blades. Blow all the air out. And then come back to a neutral spine. We're going to flip over onto our backside. Come to a seat. And transition to a supported boat hold. So you're going to come back on the elbows, but just gently resting. Not a lot of weight in those elbows. Float the legs in rooftop. We're going to alternate toe taps to the front edge of your mat. So your knees are going to float over your hips and then taking turns floating to the front edge of your mat with your toes. You can stay here in alternating toe taps, or if you want more challenge, you can take both legs at the same time. Just make sure you're not feeling any strain or pain in that lower back. Good. Let's do it all together. Last 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. We're going to glue the legs together. Keep the knees bent. Swivel the hips to the right side. Bend and extend the legs. So you're kicking those legs out. Straighten and bend. Onto one side. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Come through center. Take it to the other side. All the weight is on one hip. Legs are glued together like you have one leg. Bend, extend, bend, extend. Last 2. Last 1. Come through center. We're going to lower all the way down, but keep your shoulder blades lifted. Fingertips behind the head. Bicycling the legs. So extend one leg out. Opposite knee draws in. And you're twisting through the upper torso, bringing that elbow towards the knee. Twist. Left elbow to right knee. Right elbow to left knee. 4 more. 3, lift the shoulders. 2, and 1. Last one here. We're going to extend the legs overhead. Reach the arms overhead. Press your lower back to the floor. Slowly begin to drop to your challenge point. Hold at your challenge point. Anchor that lower back to the mat. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down to your flat back. Head, neck, and shoulders are resting. Feet are planted. Knees are bent. We're going to lift up in a bridge. So scoop the tailbone under. Lift the hips to the ceiling. Bridge marches. Try to keep your hips lifted and level the whole time. Nice work. Good. Control this movement. Couple more here. Knee to chest. 3, 2, 1. We're going to keep both hips lifted. Just pull up. Press the entire foot into the mat. All 4 corners of the feet are pressing to the floor. Just pulse. Up and up. Good, hang on to it. Pull. Hold at the top. We're gonna walk the feet out, in to the sides. So lateral side stepping. Take it wider than the mat, and then back to center. Slow this one down if you need to. Keep the hips lifted the whole time, challenging that core. If you want to speed up that tempo, that is up to you. Out, in. 2 more times. On this last one, keep the feet nice and wide. Lift your heels, just pulse up. We're in that wide stance. Pulse up and up. Squeeze the glutes. Heels are lifted. Pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Let's take a stretch. Send the left leg long on the mat. Right knee comes in towards your chest. Tee the arms out. Put the shoulders on the mat. And then slowly drop your right knee over to the left side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale into that twist. Feel a nice stretch through your side, body, glute, and lower back area. Inhale again, and exhale. Let's come back through center, switching sides. Right leg goes straight. Left knee comes into your chest. Arms come out to a T. Gently bring that knee up and over to the side. Go slow, don't force it. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Let that leg melt down to the floor. And then slowly take it back through center. We're gonna drop both knees into the chest. Rock yourself up to a seated position. Flip over onto your hands and knees. We're gonna set up for push-ups. We're starting with that staggered push-up. So that's one arm out in front of the other. Heels are towards the seat, knees are bent. Press your hips forward. You're gonna take it all the way down, all the way up, and then switch hands at the top. Lower, lift, switch it out. So each time you're switching sides, one arm is hugged in, one arm is out in front of you. We've also called these alligator push-ups or staggered, either one. Same. Lots of integrity with this movement here. So keep your spine in alignment. Gaze is at the top of your mat. You're not letting your head drop down. Keep the chin lifted. Take it down, up. Last one, down and up. Walk both hands underneath the armpits. Hug the elbows in tight. Take it down for 2, up for 2. Tricep push-ups. Oh yeah. These are no joke. Down for 2, up for 2. Hang on to it. We only have 4 more. 3 more. Exhale as you press away. Last 2. You got this. Stay with me. On our last one, take it down to that lowest point. You can hover or pulse. Get low, get low. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it all the way back to child's pose. Bring the big toes together. Knees come as wide as your mat. Lower your seat towards your heels. We're going to take a little moment here. Reach the arms out long in front of you. Take a big inhale in and then exhale. Walk the hands over to the right side. Lengthen through the left side body. Bump the hips out to the left. Inhale, walk the hands back through center. Take them over to the left side. Bump the hips to the right. Lengthening through that right side. And then take it back to center. Hang out here for one more breath in. And exhale, make your way to standing. Find your light set of weights. Meet me in the center of your mat. We're gonna go lateral, so make sure you have space on your mat. You're gonna go side to side, doing a side lunge. We're also gonna lift the arms out to the side. So start in the middle. We're gonna step to one side, lift. If this side lunge bothers your knees, you can just take it to a regular back lunge, or you can skip the lunge. Just do the arms. Nice work. Step to the side and lift. Good. Let's do 2 more like that. Then we're gonna stick it and hold it. Last one, stick it, hold it here, just pulse up. Sink into that lunge. Pulse, up, and up. Little tiny pulses, lift your chest. You got it. Pulse up and up. From here, we're gonna hold the pulse and just flip the palms up and down. Flip up, flip down. Both arms flipping up. You're rotating through your shoulder. Yes, try to keep your arms lifted to shoulder height. Flip up, flip down. Last two. Last one, hold the palms facing up, bend, reach, reach. Reach the fingertips to opposite sides of the room. Maybe sink just a little lower in that lunge. We're almost done on this side. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come through center. We're gonna come to that opposite side and do a high row pull. So step to that opposite leg. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Imagine like you're trying to hold a pencil between the shoulder blades. So you're using your upper back muscles here rather than your traps. Avoid that shrugging motion. 2 more. Last one, we're gonna stick it here. Hold that lunge and just pulse up and up. Think a little lower. Check in with your stance. You're gonna press into that outer blade edge of that outside leg, that straight leg. Pulse up and up. Hold the pulse. We're gonna open out to the sides. Open, close, open, and close. You're just hinging the elbows. Swing it out. 4 more. 3, get a little lower. 2, last one, hold the lift. Just pulse it up. Pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, little lower. 3, 2, 1, come through center. We're gonna step into a chair hold. Elevated bicep curl. Elbows hugging tight. You're here, squeeze, extend, squeeze that bicep. Neutral spine. Notice if you're starting to stick the booty out. If you're feeling any aching in your back, check in with your core, tighten it up. Hold the arms at 90 degrees, just pulse up and up. Hold at 90, pulse. Arms are bent. Good, pulse up and up. Bend those arms to 90 degrees. Yes, you got it. Now open out to goalpost arms. We're gonna alternate overhead press. Press up, squeeze to come down. Press and squeeze. You got it, girls. You're doing amazing. We're almost done with shoulders. Stay with me. One more time on each side. Then hold and go pulse. Just pulse. Just pulse. Up and up. This is it. Then we're going to triceps. Hang on to it. Pulse it up. Little tiny baby movements. Good. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna hinge forward. Your elbows are lifted high. Your arms are straight. You're gonna make little circles with the hands. Perfect, yes. You got it, girls, looking good. And reverse it, make it go the other direction. Circle, circle. Nice flat back, belly button pulled in tight. Hold the circle, palms are gonna face the ceiling. Squeeze in, squeeze in. You're trying to get your thumbs a little closer behind you. Lift your hands just a bit higher. Squeeze it in and in. Good, tightening up the backs of those arms. Now put it together with a lift. 1 squeeze in, 1 lift up. Squeeze in, lift up. We've got 1 more change. Can you believe it? Squeeze in, lift up, squeeze in, lift up, squeeze in. Hold it there, just lift it up. This is it. Lift up and up. Hold on to it. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. Whew. Set those weights aside. Grab a quick sip of water. Meet me in the center of your mat. We're gonna stretch out the arms and get ready for thigh work. Come to the center of your mat. Let's get a chest opener. Take a deep breath in. Open up through the chest. Arms go wide. And then exhale. Draw one arm across the front of the body, forearm to forearm. Drop your shoulder down away from your ear. Feel the stretch on the back side of your shoulder here. And then release, bring it overhead, reach the fingertips down the center of your back, lift the elbow towards your ceiling, and then lengthen through the tricep here, using that opposite hand to just gently place the fingertips on the elbow. And slowly unwind. Let's switch sides. Open up through that chest. Nice stretch. And then exhale, bring it across the front of the body, forearm to forearm. Stretching through the shoulder. Whew. And release. Bring it overhead. Fingertips down your spine. Lift the elbow towards the ceiling. Reach, reach, reach with that elbow. So you're really getting the lengthening through the muscle here. And release. Let's interlace the fingers in front of us and round through your upper back. So you're arching, or not arching, sorry, rounding. The opposite of arching. Pulling that belly button in. I guess I'm thinking of like a cat, you know, like a cat arching its back. Doing that cat stretch, but standing. And then release, clasp your hands behind you and open up through your chest. Now you're gonna arch that back a little bit, just a little back bend to get the chest open. Gaze towards your ceiling. And release. We're gonna shift all of our weight onto one leg. So if you need your support, it's available for you for balance. Reach up behind you, catch the instep of your foot. You're gonna kick out into the hand. So not just a quad stretch, but a quad warm up. So tapping into that muscle there, get it nice and warm. Option to hinge forward here. Check out your balance, kick out just a little bit more. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and then bring it back through center. Switch sides, you're gonna do the opposite leg. Kick up into the hand, press out so you're firing up through the front of that thigh. Stay here or option to hinge forward. Testing that balance. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and release. Setting both feet on the floor. We're actually gonna come all the way down to our mat for our first thigh exercise. So bring yourself down to the floor. We're gonna be in a hinge, but this is a wide knee hinge. So your legs are gonna make kind of a triangle shape. Oh, I should have worn different colored leggings, so it's harder to see. But bring your big toes together and your knees wide. So behind you, your toes are touching and your knees are wide. If this feels not so great on your knees and you have knee issues, you can come standing and come into a narrow V first position and follow along with everything we do on the floor in a standing position. All right, so bringing those big toes together behind you. Knees are as wide as your mat. We're gonna hinge back for 2 and up for 2. Keep the shoulders in line with your hips. Take it back for 2, up for 2. Back, back, up, and up. Good, I don't wanna see anyone leaning just their hips, but not their shoulders.
Just feels
So
tight.
even if you're not coming back as far, that's okay. You want to keep the shoulders and hips in line. Good. Back for 2. Up for 2. Back for 2. Hold it here. Just pulse it back, back, and back. Little baby pulses. Good. Pressing into the tops of the feet. That's going to give you a little more leverage. Press into those feet. Now hold that pulse back. We're gonna tip side to side. Tip right, tip left. If you want more challenge, you can bring your arms overhead and bring your biceps by your ears. Lean it back a little bit more. Side to side. Now come center. 1 tip, 1 pulse back. 1 tip center, 1 pulse back. When you tip, you're crunching through your abs. So think about shortening the distance between your hips and your rib cage here. 1 tip, 1 pulse back. Breathe, breathe, breathe. This one gets intense. Good. 1 tip, 1 pulse back. Hang on to it. Hold it here. Take it back and hold. Pulse back, hold. Good. Hold, hold, hold. Get that static hold. Feel that burn. Pulse back, hold. You want to feel those muscles talking to you. Back and hold. Last change, back to tempo. Take it back and back. Option for those arms up here if you don't already have them there. This is it, last few seconds of work. Hang on to it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Shake it out. All right, give those legs a little kick. Make your way to standing. We're gonna come profile or backside to your bar. Your choice. We're gonna be in an extension. So your legs are gonna go out in front of you, one at a time. We'll start on the right side. So you can bring yourself with your backside to your support, or you can come profile. I'm gonna stand profile just so you guys can see me a little better. Your feet are parallel, hip width apart. You're gonna have a nice soft bend in those standing legs. And then extend. Let's see, I'll start with my left leg so it mirrors for you guys. You're gonna extend the right leg out in front of you. Straight leg, pointed toe. You're gonna take it down to the mat and back up. I just need to change my song because we are done and done with that one. Go right, there we go. So lower and lift. Here you wanna scoop the tailbone under so you really feel that core engage. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Good. I'll turn to the side just for a moment so you can see it's not about how high that leg gets. It's about keeping the leg straight and the toe pointed. So if you're lifting high and your knee is bending, just don't bring it as high. You can come lower. Now hold it here. Lift it up, up, hold. 2 lifts, hold. Make it sharp. Think really tiny with your movements. 2 lifts, hold. Now up to tempo, lift it up and up. Core is tight. Lift and lift. Good. If your backside is to your support, make sure you're not slouching down and falling into your support. You should be able to let go for a brief moment. Good. Lift and lift. Straight leg, pointed toe. Lift it up and up. Yes, yes. Hold the lift. We're going to squeeze into the midline. So squeeze in, keeping the leg straight and floating. You're bringing it into the center of your body. Squeeze it in and in. We're using inner thigh here. Squeeze in and in. Now put it together. 1 squeeze, 1 lift. 1 squeeze, 1 lift. 1 squeeze in, 1 lift up. Squeeze in, lift up. Squeeze in, lift up. Straightest leg. Squeeze, lift, hold it center. We're gonna flex that foot. Reach it, reach it. So think about just a micro bend, teeny tiny bend. You barely see it happening. And then a big press out. Press with your heel. Yes, make that leg as straight as you can. Press and press. Maybe lift it just a little higher as long as it stays straight. Perfect. Straighten, straighten. Keep it breathing. 1 more change. Pull the press out. Just pulse it up and up. This is it. Final one on this side. Pulse up and up. You got this. You're doing so good. Pulse up and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Set that down. Reset. We're going to get the opposite side. Shake out those legs. Roll the shoulders back and down. Scoop the tailbone under and extend the left leg out in front of you. Lower, lift, lower, lift. Good control. So we don't want to let the leg just flop back down. You're fighting against gravity as it comes back to the floor. You're using the top of your thigh to make it go as slow as you can. Now hold at the top. 2 lifts, hold. Up, up, hold. Up, up, hold. Knees stay straight. 2 lifts, hold. Up, up, hold. Whoo! Now up to tempo. Lift it up and up. Yes, reach with the toe. Make that leg as straight as you can. Core super tight. Pulse up and up. Beautiful. Micro movements. Pulse and pulse. Good. You got it, girls. Keep pulsing. Up and up. All right, from here, we're gonna add that squeeze in. Hold the lift, just squeeze in. So you're bringing your leg towards the center of your body, towards the middle line. Squeeze, squeeze, yes. In and in. Breathe it out. Let's put it together. One squeeze, one lift. One squeeze, one lift. Keep breathing. We're almost there. This is our last standing exercise before we take it down to the mat. For some thigh stretches. Hold it center, flex the foot. Bend, reach, bend, reach. Reach, reach. Keep the foot flexed. Yes, press it out. Press, press. Squeeze to the top of your thigh every time you press. Straighten, straighten. Hold it as straight as you can. Just pulse it up. This is it. Last one. Pulse up and up. Final, final. Straighter, longer. Press, press. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it. Awesome, awesome job. Make your way down to your mat. We're gonna take it into a tabletop and then transition to a low lunge. So coming down to your hands and knees. We're gonna take a big step forward with that left foot. Make it really big so that you're giving your hip flexor lots of love on this right side. Make sure that your front heel is in line with your knee, so you're not bringing that foot underneath you too deeply. 10 the fingertips out in front of you. Inhale to lift your chest. And then exhale, walk the fingertips back. Inhale, spiral the heart up towards the sky. Gaze follows your fingertips. Exhale, take it to a twist. Hands come into prayer position. And then twist to gaze over your shoulder at the back wall, taking your left or your right elbow to your left thigh. And then rotate back through the center line. Bend the back knee. The heel is going to come in towards your seat. Make sure you're not putting any pressure on your kneecap here. If it's available to you, you can swim that left arm back, grab onto the top of the right foot, and bring the heel in just a bit closer to the seat. Really giving that quad lots of stretch. Big deep breaths in here and lots of oxygen. And then release. Rock back on the front heel, square up the hips. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, melt forward. And then point the toes down to the mat, deepen that stretch. We're gonna switch over to the other side. Press yourself back to tabletop, bringing the left knee to the floor. Right foot takes a big, generous step forward. And then press the hips forward so you're stretching out that left hip flexor. Tent the fingertips out in front of you. Inhale, lift your chest. Shine your heart forward. And then exhale, walk your fingertips back. Inhale to spiral the heart up towards the sky. Left fingertips raise up. Gaze follows the fingertips. And then let's take it back into that twist on the opposite side. Hands come to prayer. Abs are pulled up and in. Left elbow to the top of the right thigh and gazes over your shoulder at the back wall. And let's take it back through center. Bend the back knee, drawing the heel in towards your seat. Quad stretch. Option if it's available to you to reach back around and grab onto the top of the foot. Drawing that heel in just a bit closer and dropping your shoulder towards your right thigh. And then gently release. Rock back on the front heel, square up the hips. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, melt forward, hamstring stretch. Point the toes down and then deepen your stretch. From here, we're gonna make our way all the way to standing. So go ahead and come all the way up. You're gonna plant the right foot, and then behind you, plant the left foot about 18 inches behind, nose towards your knee in a pyramid stance. And then walk your fingertips forward. Lift your left heel towards the ceiling. Foot is flexed. Just little pulses here through your seat muscle just to warm it up. For 3, 2, 1, float the left foot down to meet the right foot. Step the right foot back. Nose comes towards your knee. And walk it forward on the fingertips. Right leg lifts behind you, little pulses. For 3, 2, 1, float the right foot down and out to the side, quarter turn of that left foot. Take it into a wide leg forward fold. You can interlace the arms here. Maybe rock gently side to side, feeling that stretch back and forth from the legs. And let the shoulders drop down towards the mat. Just let gravity work its way here to give you some release of that tension. And then on an exhale, we're gonna scoop the tailbone under and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time with the knees bent. And then take a big loop of those shoulders up and back when we reach the top. All right, our first seat exercise, we're gonna bring one side to our support. Heels together, toes apart. Point that outside leg out to the side, sweep it back behind you, and then open up through the hip. We're just gonna lift and lower that leg. Straight leg, pointed toe. So here we are working the side seat. I will turn this way too so you can see how far back my leg is. You wanna bring it back behind the standing leg and then open up the hip by rotating the femur in the hip socket. Hold it at the top, lift up, up, hold. 2, lift, hold. Up, and hold. You can also face your support if that gives you more support for balance. Just really work on trying to keep alignment here through the center of your body. So not leaning over to the side because you're gonna lose that muscle activation. Now up to tempo, lift it up and up. So the more you can keep your nose in line with your belly button, the more you're gonna activate this muscle here in the side seat and your obliques. So they're all working together. Lift and lift, good. Lift up and up. Keep that turn out. Hold the lift, we're gonna flex the foot. Reach, reach. So it's that little tiny micro bend through the knee and a big press out through the heel. We're working this side seat, the gluteus medius, I believe. Trying to remember my anatomy lessons. Press, press. I remember all the muscles, I just don't always remember the names. I know where they're at and I know what they do and I know how to work them. Just remembering all those funky names that I gotta work on. Press, press, good. Keep pressing. Now hold that press out. We're just gonna pulse it up and up. This is it, last one. Tiny pulses, think higher and higher each time. Yes, get that leg straighter. Lift and lift. You should feel this all the way up here in your waistline. Pull that nose in line with your belly button. Pull yourself into your center line. Good. Lift up and up. Stay with me. Hang on to it. Lift, lift. Stay with it. A little higher, a little straighter. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set that foot down. Make your way to the floor. Yay! We're gonna come onto our hands and knees. Option for one of your light set of weights. Just one weight. Set it to your right side. We're gonna come all the way to our hands and knees. From here, we're gonna set up with support. So a nice rounding through the elbows. I want a big circle from your chest to the floor. Claw through the fingertips. Press into the left foot on the mat and then take the weight behind your right foot, knee. You're gonna flex that right foot, lift it up towards hip height, and just get some little tiny micro pulses here. Right away, let's check in with our form. Place your hand on your lower back. Press your lower back into your hand. There shouldn't be arching there. You should not be dropping your belly. You should be lifting it up and in. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. And then again, consciously shift your weight to your left leg. Your left leg should also be working here, pressing into the mat. Take pressure out of your wrists and hands. Just pulse up and up. Good. Hang on to it. Little pulses. Up and up. Squeezing through the bottom of your seat. Hold that pulse. We're gonna squeeze the heel into the seat. Squeeze, squeeze. So you're activating your hamstring muscle. Squeezing your heel to your seat. Little baby curls. Curl, in and in. Hips stay square. Now put it together so it's one squeeze, one pulse up. One squeeze, one pulse up. Notice if one of your hips is dropping down. You're gonna keep them squared up. Press your upper back towards the ceiling and your lower back. Like you're rounding up with that cat pose. One squeeze, one press. Good, you got it, girl. Stay with me. One squeeze, one press. All right, from here, we're gonna hold the squeeze, hold the press, take it down to our forearms, point the toe, super slow motion. The knee is gonna drop towards the floor, barely grazing, and then bring it back up towards the ceiling with the toe pointed. Slow dropping down, slow up. So you're fighting against gravity here. Good, slow motion, down. Keep pressing into your left foot. It's still activated. Slow up. Slow down. Just a couple more here. Last two. Take it down. Back up. Last time down. On this last time up, we're going to stay lifted. Just pulse. This is it. Last one. Pulse up and up. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You know you're almost there. You can do it. Stay with me for 16 more counts. Pulse up and up. Yes, you can. Squeeze the bottom of your seat cheek. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Set that knee down. Set your weight aside. Sink the seat back towards your heels. Just take a little child's pose stretch here just for a moment before we come back to standing. And then make your way back up to your support. One more standing exercise. I promise this is it. So I'm just gonna rotate my bar around so you guys can see me a little better. We're gonna do that same exercise, but on the left side. So heels together, toes apart. We're in that turnout. You're gonna bring one side, the side that you just worked is towards your support. You're gonna point your toe out to the side, sweep it back, straighten that leg, open up through your hip. So femur bone hip socket is a ball and socket joint. You wanna rotate it open. Just gonna switch our song up here. There we go. And you're just gonna start with that full range lift and lower. So lift, lower, lift, and lower. Good. Crown of the head is lifting towards the ceiling. Imagine a string is pulling your head up towards the sky. And you're keeping your nose in line with your belly button. Yes? Knee is softly bent, the one you're standing on. Straight leg here. Lift, lower. 2 more. Hold at the top. 2 lifts, hold. Up, up, hold. 2 lifts, hold it. Excellent. Open up through that hip. You got it. Up, up, hold. 2 lifts, hold. Good. Now up to tempo. Lift it up and up. Nice work. Keep that leg back behind your standing leg. So I'll turn one more time just so you can see it. It's well behind that standing leg and the leg is turned out. Good. Keep pulsing up and up. Activate all the muscles all the way up to your rib cage. Squeeze. Good. Lift, lift. Hang on to it. Hold the lift. We're gonna flex the foot. Reach, reach. You're pressing with that heel and straightening the knee every time you reach. Good. Correct that form. Don't lean into your chair support. You're gonna stand it up straight and tall. Use those obliques. Make them work for you. When they start to fatigue, they're gonna give up and you're gonna keep reminding them to activate. So you're gonna slip to the side and then you're gonna reset. Good. Press, press, hold the press out. This is it, just lift, up and up. Final one, lift it up and up. Stay with me. Lift it up and up. Good. Whew. Hang on to it. Lift up and up. Pull the abs in super tight. You're almost there. Keep that turnout. Rotating that hip. Good. Lift and lift. 16 more counts. Here we go. Lift, lift. Breathe it out. You're almost there. Little straighter, little higher. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently set the foot down. Make your way back down to the mat. Let's find tabletop one more time. If you don't want to have to get back up again, make sure you grab your loop band for back dancing and your ball if you use it for abs. Let's come down on our hands and knees. This time we're going to bring the weight to our left side and press away from your mat. So claw through your fingertips, round through the elbows, press your right foot into the floor, bring the weight behind your left knee, flex the left foot, lift it up, and do those little tiny baby pulses. Up and up. Hips are squared. Low back is pressing to the ceiling. Upper back is pressing. So just like when we did the cat stretch, that's the activation you want here. So you're pulling your navel to your spine. You're keeping the back nice and flat for a neutral spine. You're squeezing the bottom of your seat to lift and lift the heel to the ceiling. Good. Rounding through the elbows, clawing through the fingertip, pressing through the top of that right foot. Stay with it. Little pulses. Up and up. Really, really consciously press to that right foot so it's activating the right leg. Press up and up. Whew. Now hold that press. We're just gonna squeeze the heel to the seat. Squeeze, squeeze. Little baby curls, in and in, hamstring curls. Good. If you notice your wrists are starting to ache, you can always come onto your fist here, or really think about consciously clawing through your fingertips. That will take the pressure out of your wrist. Now let's put it together. One squeeze, one press up. One squeeze, one press up. Squeeze, press up. Hamstring curl, press. Hamstring curl, press. Good, we're almost there. One squeeze, one lift. One squeeze, one lift. Hold the squeeze, hold the lift. We're gonna drop down to the forearms, point the toe, and then slowly take that knee, super slow motion, down to the mat and back up. Keep pressing your right foot to the floor. Keep it activated. Good. Slow, slow motion, like you're moving through Jello. Back up. Forearms are down. Lower down. Lift up. You got it. Just a couple more here. Make this movement slow and controlled. Now hold it at the highest point. Just pulse. Up and up. This is it. Final bit of seat work here. Yes. Pulse it up and up. We get a nice little stretch after this. Pulse up and up. Keep working. Lift, lift. Breathe. Lengthen through your neck. Hang on to it. Lift. Up and up. A little higher. Hips are still squared out. Last 8. Nope, I lied. No more. We're done. Good job. That went by so fast. All right, go ahead and set your weight aside. Come onto your back. No more torture time. We'll get a little stretch here. Come all the way to the floor. And let's do a stretch on our back. So flexing both feet, cross the right ankle over the left knee. And then slowly bring the legs in towards you for a figure 4 stretch. If this stretch does not feel good for your body, if your hips are too tight, you can come onto the floor and do a pigeon stretch. You can do a standing figure 4 if that works better. You can do happy baby. Whatever it is, as long as it stretches out through your glutes and your hips, just work towards it slowly. Or maybe just don't go as deep if this feels too tight on your hips, but you want to gently ease into it. So take a big inhale and then exhale, ease into that stretch just a little bit deeper, maybe a 1/4 of an inch deeper. Relax your head, your neck, your shoulders, unclench your jaw, and then slowly begin to release, unwind the legs. Let's stretch the other side. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. And then exhale. Oh, this is always my tighter side. Exhale slowly, slowly. So we're not forcing it. Come slowly into the stretch. If your muscles are telling you to back off a little and reset. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Bring the legs in towards you just a little bit closer. Maybe if it feels good, you can rock gently side to side. Move around, make this stretch your own. This is your time. Make it work for you. All right, when you're ready, unwind the legs, draw the knees in towards the chest, rock yourself up to a seated position, and then straighten out the legs in front of you. Cross the right ankle over the left one. We're gonna inhale, reach tall, and exhale, forward fold. Slowly roll it up, switching sides. Left ankle over right. Exhale, forward fold. And then slowly bring it back up. All right, we're ready for some ab work. We're gonna do a knock-kneed position for abs. So if that doesn't work for your knees, you can do it regular parallels. We're gonna come into a high C curve. If you use a ball behind your lower back, you can place it there now. I think I'm gonna use mine today. So go ahead and wedge it between your sacrum and the floor. Oh, here's what I always do. I always forget to grab my mouse. Oh, that guy. I'm here. So we're gonna wedge that ball between your lower back and the floor. Plant the feet as wide as your mat, so the outside edge of your foot comes to the outside edge of your mat. And then draw the knees together in the center, so you're in a knock-kneed position. Inhale to lift the chest, and then exhale, scoop the tailbone under. You can keep your hands here for balance or bring the arms out to your side. We're gonna take it back for 2, up for 2. Open through your chest. We're gonna squeeze those knees together. That's gonna activate your inner thighs, which is also gonna tap into your lower abs. Your inner thigh activation is the gateway to working those lower abs. So the more you squeeze your inner thighs together while you're doing core work, the more you're gonna get those lower abs working. That's true facts right there. All right, just pulse it back and back. Good, so keep pressing your knees together. Notice the difference when you release the pressure and when you squeeze those inner thighs, you're gonna notice those low abs activate. Good, just pulse back and back. Relax your shoulders, pulse back and back. Now hold the pulse back. We're just gonna squeeze those inner thighs together, like you're crushing something between your legs. If you have your legs together, you can skip this part and just go back to pulses if you're not doing the knock-knee. Just squeeze those inner thighs. Squeeze, squeeze. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Hang on to it. Just squeeze and squeeze. Lean back. If you want more challenge, you can always lift your arms up here. Now let's put it together. One squeeze, one pulse. One squeeze, one pulse. Keep breathing. Squeeze the inner thighs, pulse back. Good, you got it, folks. You're doing amazing. All right, we're gonna twist over to the right side. Option to grab onto the back of that thigh, but just make sure it's gentle. Lift the hips towards the rib cage. So you're doing a little side crunch here, shortening the distance between your hip bone and your ribs. Tipping to the right. Keep the knees glued together. Tip and tip. Good. Gently holding on, not gripping for dear life. Tip and tip. Hold the tip, release the arms, just twist. Twist. I'm sure I've told this story before. When I first started Barre, I did this exercise and I grabbed onto my thighs so tight, I had bruises the shape of my fingers on my back of my thigh the next day. All right, take it up and over. Take it to that other side. We're gonna tip the left side. So learn from me, don't do that. I didn't know what it was from at first either. All right, we're just tipping to that left side. Just tip, just tip. Release the hands, just twist it out. Twist, twist. Stay with me here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back through center. We're gonna remove that ball. Set it aside. Come all the way onto the back. Keep the shoulder blades lifted. Glue your low back to the mat. We're gonna float the legs out for 2, in for 2, out for 2, in for 2. The further your legs are, the closer your legs are to the floor, the more challenge it is. So balance, you can just bring them straight overhead. Come somewhere in the middle. Check out where is the most challenging for you. Just make sure that your low back is not arching. Out for 2, in for 2. Last time out. Hold it here, challenge hold. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Lower all the way down. Take a full body stretch. Woo, point the toes, reach the arms overhead. Find lots of length here. Take up as much space as you need to. Spread your body out, make a starfish. Deep breath in, and then exhale. Float your arms down by your sides. Find your loop band. We're gonna do a narrow V, first position for back dancing. So bring that band just above your knees, and then your heels are gonna be together, toes apart. Plant the feet on the floor, and then lift the hips. Glue the heels together. Keep the hips elevated this whole time, and we're just gonna press out through the knees. You wanna keep those hips lifted and level. Press out and out. So think about lifting your chest towards your chin, and then lift your chin towards the ceiling. That's gonna give you space between your chin and chest, so you're not crunching through your neck. You still wanna be able to breathe. Good, just pressing out through those knees. Press into that loop band. Press and press. We're using the bottom of the seat to keep the hips lifted, and we're activating the outer thigh and side seat to press that band. Now hold that press. We're just gonna pull up and up. Little tiny baby pulses up and up. This is it, you guys. This is our last little bit of hard work here. Then we're gonna get our final stretches. The last chance to shake. One pulse, one press out. One pulse up, one press out. Woo! Stay with me. One pulse, one press. Hold the press out, hold the pulse. We're gonna tip side to side. So you're tipping your hip point towards the ceiling, side to side. Good, keep those heels pressing together. Side to side. Now take it center, pulse it up. Pulse up and up. Keep lifting your chest. Keep lifting your chin. Lots of space there. Relax the shoulders. Lift and lift. Come onto your tippy toes. Walk the feet a little closer towards your seat. We're gonna lower halfway, lift. Lower halfway, lift. We're almost there, you guys. Stay with me. Halfway lower, lift. Stay lifted at the top. Just press out through the knees. Press out. This is it. Last one. If you want, you can add that pulse at the same time. Pulse, press. Pulse, press. Keep your heels lifted high. Pulse, press. Pulse, press. Last few seconds here. Stay with it. Pulse, press. Pulse, press. Breathe, breathe. You know you're at the end. You're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing job. Lower that seat all the way down. Let's take it into our final stretches. Remove your loop band. Take it and place it around the arch of your right foot. And then send your left leg long on the floor. Holding on closely to that right foot, you're gonna bend the knee deep in towards your shoulder. Flex the foot. And then press into the band as you slowly begin to work towards straightening out that knee. Knowing that it does not have to come straight, it's just working towards it, as long as you're feeling the stretch here through the back of your leg. Hold the toes in towards your forehead. And then go ahead and gently let that leg float over to the right side, just a couple inches, keeping the flex in the foot, keep pressing into the band. Big inhales and exhale, bring it across the center of your body. Take the leg over to the left side this time. Turn your big toes inward just slightly and feel a nice stretch here on the outside of the leg. And take it back down the center line. Relax through the back of your leg. And let's let it come in towards you. And let's bring the left foot up to meet the right foot. Exchange the band. Switch it out. Send the right leg long. Bend the knee. Bring it in towards the shoulder. Flex the foot. Toes towards your forehead. And then as you press out into the band, you're going to work towards straightening out the knee. Just be gentle. We're not forcing. If you're shaking and bouncing into your stretch, you're pressing a little too hard. So back off just a little bit. Work up towards it. And go ahead and let it float out to the left side, just a couple inches. Keep it nice and flexed. And then bring it across the center line. Take that left leg over to the right side. Turn the big toes in slightly. And then bring it back down the center line one more time. This time we're going to relax through the back of the leg and just get it just a little bit straighter, a little bit longer. And release. Set the band aside. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Hug the knees in. Move around here, whatever way feels best for you. If you want to rock side to side or make big circles with your knees, just give your low back a little massage. And then we're going to rock ourselves up to a seated position. Let's take a wide-legged straddle. So sitting up straight and tall, elongate through your spine. We're going to take a side bend. Reach up and over to one side, keeping both sits bones on the mat. Gaze up underneath your armpits and keep your chest open as you lengthen through your side body. And then rotate the torso to the top of your thigh, reaching towards your ankle. Nose reaches towards your knee. And slowly roll it up. Let's switch over to that opposite side. Big side bend, reach up and over. And then rotate that torso to the top of the thigh. Nose towards your knee. And slowly rise it up. Let's bring the legs together in the center. Bend the knees in towards your chest. Grab onto your ankles, calves, or thighs. And then slowly begin to work towards straightening out the knees, keeping the belly on the tops of the thighs. And release. One more final stretch all together. Point the toes down. Inhale, reach tall. And exhale, melt forward. Awesome, awesome work, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, girls. Bye, Stephanie. I'm glad you made it on. Bye, Vic. Bye, Vicky. Bye, Diane. Bye, Janice.
That was a good one.
Good. Have a great rest of your day, girls.
Thank you.
Bye. You're welcome. Take care.